Sahar Nasr, the chairperson of the National Council for Women, Dr. Maya Morsi, as well as Dr. Yumna Al-Shridi.
I think this meeting was a great opportunity. It is a forum where we had representation from the private sector, from the Egyptian side, but also from the Arab world. This is an opportunity for us to discuss all the challenges. I was very keen to hear all the challenges, the impediments the private sector faces in development. I also heard a lot of the recommendations they see. A lot of the investors here are not just investing in Egypt, but they're investing in other parts of the world, in Asia and Latin America, in Europe. So I also was interested in hearing their best practices, what would really streamline the process for them. We're telling them we have a great market with a lot of potentials. Egypt, not only are we more than 90 million of a population, but we're also having a very strategic geographic location whereby we can be not only catering the local market, but will be also a channel to export to Africa, to Asia, and to Europe. The ministry is going to work on 4 main fronts, which I would like to highlight. First, we're working on improving the business environment. We're trying to streamline all the procedures that take a bit of time, all the cumbersome and bureaucratic red tape. That's something we're keen on addressing. I already had a meeting with all the team and the representation from the ministry to see how we can handle that. The second front is improving access to finance. We want to give women, I always say it's not equality, but it's more giving women the equal opportunity. Women has to get an equal opportunity in getting access to finance. So we're going to put a threshold. Of the loans need to be allocated to women. Of course, this assumes that their projects are bankable, so it's not directed lending in any way, but it's also giving them a chance to contribute. One of the demands, which takes me to pillar 3, is a lot of the investors here, especially the startups, the young firms, have asked for technical assistance. It's not just loans that they need, but sometimes they need the twinning arrangement with other countries to trade. They need twinning arrangements to help them design a quality product that is marketable. They need sometimes technical assistance on how to do a feasibility study, how to manage their cash flows, how to market their products. Marketing is also important. So this is a task that I will be able to cater through our development partners who have a lot of expertise across the world. The 4th pillar, which is very important, fortunately we are also coordinating the high-level partnership committee that His Excellency the Prime Minister, Dr. Ismail, Chief Ismail is chairing, which includes councils of women council that are usually actually called businessmen council. So we want to just have another label, which is the business council, where we would encourage the participation of women, even if it's not 50%, but at least they should be represented there. They play a very important role. It has an important dimension, the representation, because all the ratios show that enterprises that are headed by women actually hire more women. Because in some of the governorates, there is a lot of traditions and norms where, especially the very small firms, which sometimes constrains women from working in these enterprises. So that's why, so it's 2 fronts. So it's encouraging women investors, but that will ultimately also women workers to play an active role. And at the end of the day, our main objective is inclusive and sustainable economic growth. That remains our objective, and we know that that would not be achieved without partnership with the private sector.
The initiative of Women for Success has been started by Businesswomen of Egypt 21 since 3 years, when we started feeling it's our role as a civil society, as private sector, that we have to do something to attract tourism and to attract investment to Egypt. And we wanted to prove more and more how the Egyptian woman is a leader in its region, and that there is so many women who are empowered to be able to take a positive role to make help back the tourism, help back the investment to Egypt. And well, actually, we wanted to officialize the kind of cooperation. This year, we have about 18 different countries, different businesswomen organizations from all over the world, and we wanted to materialize this by signing protocol to see to continue and sustain this relationship for years and years to come. So we'll start exchanging visits and try to exchange experiences from different countries. countries. First of all, we will connect between the government and the private sector, Forsa, which is creating employment for youngsters, and the government will be providing the training and capacity building for those to be employed. At the same time, we are going to sign with Bahrain to be able to exchange visas and continue. Also with Jordan and with Erbil, which is a lot of very active women, and we are trying to make best practices among each others.
I think this meeting is extremely important. This is the third year round to convene the meeting in the League of Arab States, led by an Egyptian NGO for businesswomen, having women from all businesswomen from all the Arab countries. We have right now 18 Arab countries represented in this meeting. Is extremely important to have cooperation between the businesswomen, and also to discuss the challenges, the obstacles that they are facing. Having common challenges would help in pushing certain politics and certain policies on economic empowerment level. We are requested having a one-stop shop for women, businesswomen in Ministry of Investment. We're requesting having a percentage of the small and medium enterprises targeting women, and for Egypt targeting Egyptian women. I think having this on the negotiation table would push for more and more women in the business sector and the small and medium enterprises.
Welcome back. Egyptian women top every possible Forbes chart, and today we will introduce you to Namat Shafi, also known as Minouj Shafi, the Alexandrian lady, described by IMF's managing director Christine Lagarde as candid